Hello everybody, it's Debbie. Time for another video. So today I want to talk about energetic protection because we all need to be careful about protecting our energy. So what do I mean by that? Well, we all have an aura that surrounds our bodies. It can be from 1 to 3 feet out from your body. Some people have even bigger auras. And so within that space, that's kind of your personal space, and you only want to let certain energies into that personal space. And of course, we let people that we love, people that are friends, come into our personal space all the time, give us hugs, that kind of thing. But we don't want people that feel like they're kind of off, people that have a negative vibe, so to speak. You want to protect yourself from those people. And you can't always do that without being rude or, offending them. So how do you protect your energy? So what you do is every morning before you go outside, before you interact with the public or before you go to work, you surround yourself in a bubble of white light. You ask Archangel Michael to protect you during the day as you go about your day. And then you can go outside. And you want to make the white bubble top, bottom, all the way around like a big egg. Okay, surrounding your aura. Okay, that's one way to give yourself protection. Now, that's mostly from other people, like what we call energy vampires, trying to take energy from you. They don't know they're doing it. It's usually a very subconscious thing, but it's people who drain your energy, like someone who wants to tell you all their problems and then, oh, they feel so much better, but you feel horrible afterwards. That's an energy vampire. Okay, so you want to protect yourself from that. So you put this big bubble of white light around you. You ask Archangel Michael to protect you, and you set your own personal boundaries too. You might want to not listen to those people. Find a way to get out of the situation so that you're not always listening to people like that. And if it's your job, then you really have to be careful. You really have to have boundaries between your professional life as maybe a therapist or a counselor and your personal feelings. So hopefully you learned how to do that in school because it's very important. Okay, and then we're going to, when we come home at night, we're going to cut any cords that we have gathered from other people during the day. And we're going to get rid of those cords, send them back to that person. We don't cut cords in Hawaiian spirituality. We gather the cords and we send them back with love. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to sweep your hand across your head like this. You're going to gather up all the cords that you might have interacted with somebody and got a cord in one of your chakras. Cords can be in any chakra of your body. You can have a cord in your heart chakra. You can have a cord in your solar plexus. You can have a cord even in your sexual chakra, in your second chakra. So you want to gather up all those cords and you say, I send all these energies back to you. I'm the only thinker in my mind. I'm the only feeler in my body. And you send those cords back to them with love. And you bring all your cords that you may have corded somebody, you bring those all back to you. Okay? So that clears your energy. Okay? And if you still feel like you are hanging on to stuff from other people, you want to take a shower and then you can clean all your chakras. And I'll talk about that maybe in another video, how to clean all your chakras when you take a shower. But you just let all that stuff that you've picked up from other people just go down the drain and say, you've cleaned yourself for the day. As we clean our physical body, we have to clean our energetic body too once in a while. You can always use sage and smudge. You can smudge yourself. You can smudge your house, your office. If you're able to do that at work, that's a really good thing to do. You can keep little dishes of salt in the corners of your room. That helps with non-physical entities too. They don't like salt, so they'll stay away from you. Any kind of spiritual entities that might be floating around, they'll stay away from salt. So you take a little dish and put it in each corner of a room, and that keeps the spirits away. Or you can put a whole circle of salt around your property if you want, on the outside. Also smudge your house. And when you smudge with sage, you always want to leave a door or window open for the energies to get out. And you smudge all the doors and windows. And if you know Reiki, you also would do the chokore symbol over all the windows and doors as you smudge. Okay? And that's kind of a Western, North American, Indian ceremony kind of thing to cleanse. But if you're island people, if you're in the Pacific and Hawaii or anywhere where there's tea leaves, you do it differently. So you would take a bowl of salt water, take 3 tea leaves. They have to be green tea leaves. You tie them together. You take the 3 green tea leaves, you dip it in the salt water, and then you sprinkle it around the property, around the house, around the room, wherever you're blessing and clearing. And then the doors and windows, the drains, and the mirrors. Because any drain of a sink, a toilet, a floor drain, any of those things can be portals for spirits. And also the mirrors. So you always want to check all the mirrors, make sure they're not having portals in the mirrors too. So you do all that, and then pour the salt water out, and then you take the 3 tea leaves and you tie them together and you put them on the outside door. And when they turn brown, then you can bury them. Okay? Don't just throw them in the trash. You just want to put them back into the ground. Okay? So that's some energetic protection advice for today. There's also crystals that you can wear that are good for protection. Black tourmaline will keep you grounded and help you protect yourself. And there's some other ones that are good for that. Essential oils you can use. White angelica, put on the back of your neck and shoulders every day, is very protective of your energy. All right, that's a long video, so hope you enjoy this, and I'll be making more. So join my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, and follow me. And I also am on Skool now, Skool. It's a new app where I'll be teaching classes, and you can join the community where we're going to learn about aloha, ho'oponopono, and other things. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you have questions about, if there's something I can help you with, please join my Skool group and we'll discuss. And it's free right now to join my Skool group. So just look for me on Skool. Thank you.